Okay, another vision that I had when I was in the jail cell, in the shitter, where they was trying to do a death ritual on me there, because they was trying to do a death ritual on me down there the whole time, and still is. But anyway, so um, basically, I had seen in the spirit that these white males from this coven and black men too, from this coven, like the Freemasons and stuff. I'll do a video on them that's real important next too about my stuff from my house, but they were saying in the spirit, and some of this I was awake while they had came out of body and came in and said this stuff out of body and doing sorcery. And he said they said that they wanted to give me and my child diseases. And I know I told y'all this before that I seen it, but as I was going through the topics that I needed to discuss, I was like, I need to discuss this right away. But they said that they wanted to give me and my son diseases as retaliation. They said that they wanted to give the both of us HIV, AIDS, and they said that they wanted to give us herpes and worms, and they said that they would rape my little boy until he got herpes, and that they would kill him to cover up evidence, and that they would take his body and do stuff with him. And um, I said to them, they said they had raped my son and killed my son, and that they had his body in another cell next to me. And I said, "We'll go and get," because God was in me, and God at the time, God said, I guess God said, "Well, give me his body then, and let me bury him if what you're saying is true." That you already did this. And they were saying no, they wouldn't give me his body. And I guess at the time they didn't kill him. But they was trying to make me go crazy in the cell, but they was also telling the truth about the stuff that they wanted to do. And God had showed me the bag of books and everything. And this is around the same time that Cynthia O'Vera was telling me the stuff that she wanted to do to my boy, her and Joseph. And so I seen a hellhole when they were saying all the stuff they wanted to do to my boy, and I heard my baby screaming to the top of his lungs from people torturing him with sexual abuse. And they had this little hellhole where they was trying to drop his body parts, and it was his body parts. They was telling me was so diseased from herpes from them that I wouldn't want to look at my baby's body after everything that the sexual abuse that they would do to him. And God was not afraid and didn't allow me to freak out from what I saw. And the Holy Spirit confirmed in my heart that he was still alive, because God said, well, if he really did give me about it, but I know these people are capable of hurting them, and ain't no telling what they could have already done to them. And I know they want to make me look like I'm crazy, but this is what I saw in the spirit. And so they was saying that they was gonna rape me and let the whole jail rape me. That they was gonna let everybody who was in the jail rape me. Um and I was in there screaming, asking for a doctor, and that I was pregnant. I had vision of them around the same time. They said the same vision when they said they were gonna rape my son. They were like they were gonna rape me and let all the men from the jail rape me and give me AIDS and herpes and worms. They said they would be making my son perform oral sex on them and swallow their cum and give him worms in his belly. And they said that they would do the same thing to me. And they said that they would go inside of his rectum. And they said that they would ejaculate in him. And they said that they would give him worms that way too, and then cut his body up and make sure that he would have sores or herpes all over his body. And they said that they would do the same type of sexual abuse to me as well. And they said that they would force my son to have sex with me. And they said that they would force me to get pregnant by my own son. They said that they would cut our tongues out and our eyes out, and um, force us to have sex with other family members while bleeding, with genitals, parts of our genitals missing, and perform oral sex on each other. Um, they said things that how my son reacted while they was doing sexual stuff to him. They said that my son loved it and that he loved sucking and giving them oral sex. They said that my baby started enjoying it and that he went to hell for enjoying it. And then they said that I had to kill myself and go to hell to get my baby's soul. And then Austin said that Cynthia was lying and that I need to keep screaming that I was pregnant when I wake up. Um, or even some of the stuff I was awake, so I was in between passing out when I passed out, and then when I was awake they was still coming in and cells in the spirit, they was there too. And God had came and cast them out, and he cast out the demons. But the sexual abominations that they said they did with my son, little baby body, innocent, was right there, and where people in a position where it was like someone was trying to about to take sexual advantage of him, and it was still on the wall in the cell. But I'm gonna get into the next video.